Hey there, my name is Chris Winter, and in this video I'm going to go through some of the best cameras for traveling, so hopefully I can help you in some way on figuring out which camera might be best for your next trip. And guys, in case you didn't know, I'm currently doing a huge giveaway. One lucky subscriber is going to win a Canon SL2 or a Nikon D3400. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe to this channel and my brand new travel channel, which is linked down below. And guys, also definitely make sure to check out my brand new list that I just made, the best cameras for travel. I go through some of the cameras that would be best for you. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description box below this video and you can take a look. But anyway, let's get started and take a look at today's question. So today's question says, hey Chris, I'm going on a holiday to the Caribbean in a few weeks and want a good camera to take some pics. I'm pretty new to photography, however. Do you know any cameras that would be good for me? Well, that sounds like a great thing to be doing. I remember I went to Barbados in the Caribbean a few years ago, actually quite a long time ago. I was a little kid and had a fantastic time, so I'm sure you're going to be having a great time, and I'm sure you will want to document it with a good camera. Now, fortunately, I love talking about travel cameras because it's quite close to my heart, because I've actually just started my very own travel channel. If you want to check it out, I'll put a link in the description box below. But there are lots of great cameras available these days. And the key is really trying to keep that camera nice and small so you're not going to have any problems taking it. So for me, a small and lightweight compact or micro four thirds camera is generally the way to go. Now, my favorite travel camera of all time is this one right here, the Panasonic GM1. This is actually the world's smallest interchangeable lens camera, and it's a beauty. Not only does it look pretty cool with its kind of retro style, it can also take some great photos. And if you pair it up with a nice lens like this one right here, this is the Panasonic 20mm f1.7, you can get some really nice kind of blurry background photos, or what we call bokeh, and it's something that you wouldn't normally get with a camera that's this small. Now, unfortunately, it is pretty hard to get the GM1 these days, but you could also look at the Panasonic GF7 or the GM5, which are very similar. I'll put a link down to those cameras in the description box below if you want to take a look. By the way, guys, let me know in the comments down below if you could win a Nikon D3400 or a Canon SL2, which one would it be and why? And I'll take a look at your comments. Now, if you want to go even more compact than, say, the Panasonic GM1, which is already quite small, I'd take a look at a compact camera like the Canon G7X or the G7X Mark II, or the Sony RX100 line of cameras. Now, I've used both of these cameras a lot and have fallen in love with both of their sizes. They easily fit into a pocket, which is great because it never feels like they're a pain to use. The G7X is a lovely camera and it's got a really nice and easy to use flip up screen. So if you want to do any vlogging as well, this is a great camera for that. In fact, it's actually the most popular vlogging camera around. The Sony RX100 is also a fantastic travel camera. Now, this is the Sony RX100 Mark IV. There's been quite a lot of models. They've now got a RX100 Mark V version, but this is also a really nice camera. It is a little bit more expensive, so it's not on that super budget range, but it's got some great features like 4K video recording. Not only that, it can also shoot in ridiculously slow motion, which looks awesome for pretty much anything you shoot. It can shoot up to 1000 frames per second, which coming in a very, very small camera is pretty bonkers. Now, if you do want to shoot with a DSLR, which I know a lot of people still do want to do when they're traveling, I'd take a look at a couple of these cameras here. The Nikon D3400 is a great small and lightweight DSLR. It's got a fast burst rate, which is good for capturing lots of images at once, and also has snap bridge in it, which means that it's easy to transfer photos to your phone, which could be good if you want to share them on places like Instagram and Facebook to people at home. The Canon SL2, which is this camera right here, is one of the most popular cameras at the moment. It only just came out, but it's very, very good for the money. Its best feature is its awesome autofocus system called Dual Pixel, which is the best autofocusing in pretty much any camera I've ever tested. And that's also considering I've tested some really expensive cameras. I really do love this camera. It's probably been one of the best kind of budget cameras that I've tested in a number of years. So if you do want to still have this traditional DSLR shape compared to something like these compact cameras, the Canon SL2 is pretty much the one that I'd recommend. Of course, the fact that you are traveling to the Caribbean, I'd highly recommend that you do get an action camera as well for those underwater and action shots. Now, this here is the GoPro Hero 5, and I've got it on a extension pole like here. You can actually just twist this one out and you can have it like this. This can be good if you want to get some group shots, or if you're underwater and you want to get some shots when you're snorkeling or something like that. Now, there is a new GoPro Hero 6 version, but it's pretty expensive, and honestly, if you're just getting into the world of photography, you're not going to notice a huge difference overall. I really do like the GoPro Hero 5 over the kind of older versions for a few different reasons. Firstly, you don't have to have a case on it anymore unless you're going to be diving really, really deep. And it's also got a linear mode on here, which is great because it kind of gets rid of that fisheye effect that you normally get on action cameras and GoPros from the past. So these are just a couple of different cameras that I think might work well on your next travels. And guys, also definitely make sure to check out my brand new list that I just made, the best cameras for travel. I go through some of the cameras that would be best for you. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description box below this video and you can take a look. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Definitely make sure to check out my new travel channel if you're interested in that, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy traveling. Bye.